at Bryant-Denny Stadium. EA Sports college football coverage continues with this Week 10 clash. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, welcome back there, Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. So Alabama's offense will go on the attack first. And here comes Daniel Hill. He barreled his way into the end zone 5 times, leading them to victory last time out. Keelan Russell. That's caught. It's Edwards. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Bama. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. A little release to the back. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. From the gun, the ground game. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
So North Carolina's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here comes the guy that is a surgeon in this attack. They'll have to deal with one of the top cover corners in the country in Xavier Brown. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down after the huge gain gets this offense set up at the 27.
You want to know why this offense runs the football a lot? Because you got a guy that's top 5 in college football in rushing. You give him the football, and he'll continue to make plays. I imagine they're going to keep feeding him because he keeps putting up productive numbers.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Run in the red zone. It's Hall. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Right down the middle. Got it! Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Tar Heels will come to the line to convert on fourth down. Tries to get it on the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide ready to roll on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the option. He'll pitch it. Breaks into the open. They finally knock him down. What a great pitch and run on the option. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option.
It's a fumble on the play. Offense scoops it up and still going. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Caught in the backfield, it's Ford. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
He'll pull it down. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Throwing Russell. Caught behind the line. It's Edwards. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Here comes the heat. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Intercepted deep in his own end. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced a big interception.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Makes the grab. It's Thurman. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
To throw, it's Chambers. Looking for a huge play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next one.
Got a little grass. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Pulls it in. It's Edwards. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
He did a really good job on third down, knowing where the sticks were, making sure he got past it. Listen, quarterbacks can get hit near the goal line punching in. On third down, those are those situations where it's okay to put the quarterback's body on the line.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Russell on play action. Throws to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their 2 guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And for the second time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That brings them to within 1.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, running back on the move. Picks up the first down. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's got 99 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you think the defense is dialed into this guy? Like, he's already had such a great start to the football game, and you know they're using him. Great job by this defense. Great adjustment. Great job being downhill, physical, fast right now, and getting him stopped.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the Tar Heels in the hurry-up.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Looking down the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, it's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Makes the catch. It's Ship. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Looking deep. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Russell. Fakes to grab. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Fires left. Complete downfield. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Slings it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Pulls it in. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
Well, you can tell those 2 have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Again, it's Russell. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Now with just a few seconds left, not enough time to run another play, but there is time to kick a field goal and take the lead. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. Let's start with Cincinnati taking on the number 17 team, the James Madison Dukes. And it's Cincinnati coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Might be changing the route. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that field goal? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Nice play by the defense. But now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half. And moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Zings it complete to the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job tackling that defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that third down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
Could be an alley. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Tar Heels are rolling down the field. The run inside. It's Hall. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, how about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Turk got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, UNC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Running inside. It's Hill. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Gives it on the option. He's stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down, and it'll be fourth. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see what he can do with it. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, though.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he's knocked down.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Could not make his way to the corner. And the Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. They'll run it from the gun. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Was too much. They get him at the 15.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Hand off from the shotgun. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Back to pass, it's Chambers. Punts it out of the air. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short as teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The Tar Heels will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Keelan Russell. He'll throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Rodgers. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got a man. It's Rodgers. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Russell from the gun on third down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away.
Number 89 on to kick it away.
And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on?
There's a little room there. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Trainer's out having a look at this junior defensive back. Holly Rowe will update us on his condition. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go right back to the run. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! And that will extend their lead even further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Giving up that last field goal really ratchets up the sense of urgency for the offense on this drive. Throwing Russell. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Alabama hit him with a big pass play. Will they keep slinging it? Quick release on the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Alabama pushing the tempo. Looking downfield, it's Russell.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, let him go get yards.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. On target over the middle. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. You saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
The pull and throw off the RPO. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Russell from the gun on third down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. And the offense will take that gift, set up right on the doorstep, first and goal with the 1. Trying to surge it in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
So the first part of the job is done. They got the touchdown. Now for the 2 to make it a field goal game. Russell. It's complete on the right side. He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the North Carolina sideline, this offense is getting ready to take the field, and they know they are in command. They keep saying, eat, eat. They can't stop us right now. This is a top 10 defense. This is a little bit surprising here today, but guys, I feel all the momentum, all the chemistry and excitement over here with this offense. They just need to play clean football and take care of the ball to make this big upset a reality. Guys?
Okay, Holly. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Quarterback making checks. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They cut into this lead the last time they had it, and now here in the fourth, a chance to move on top with a score. Keelan Russell got out of trouble and throws. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Finds his big tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Obviously, that was important. Got to get the first down. Now we got to get some chunk plays, get this ball across the 50, and get in scoring position.
On the play. Brings up second down.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Throwing Russell. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Got a man in the middle. Now the Tide uses its third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Dropping back, it's Russell. Gonna take a shot. Oh, what a grab, pulling it in with one hand. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! They've tied the game in the final seconds.
What a kick for that young man right there. And you just see the way it energized and galvanized his entire sideline. They've tied it up late. This thing's going to OT, and they look like they are ready to rock.
On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
possession of OT. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Knocked off his feet.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Finding some room. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, North Carolina! They jump on top here in OT. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Russell throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
Got to be impressed with the level of execution here in the second drive of OT. One play, score a touchdown, and now it's decision time, David. Do you kick the extra point and keep this thing going, or do you go for 2 and try to win?
Yeah, and you're right. The response was amazing. I mean, you give up a touchdown, you have a tendency to get down on yourself. No. First play, great execution. Now, do I go for the win? Do I play this safe, or do I go try to take this moment right now and get the W?
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Powell, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody. Back to throw, it's Russell. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's got some space. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
In the red area, it's Hill. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Keelan Russell takes the easy throw in the flat. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Bama! They get a score to take the lead here in the second overtime.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game, but defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
They got the touchdown. Now in the second overtime, you have to go for 2. They got it. Executed beautifully, and the lead is 8 in double OT. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They think there's room to run to the right here. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
They see them consistently sticking with the run, staying balanced. As you get closer to the goal line, you're thinking the field starts to shrink. Now, do I have a jump ball wide receiver out wide I can throw the football to? How am I going to find that extra space and take care of the football while doing it?
He did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains. Fourth down, and here's the ball game right here. Has to get there to move the sticks. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop. This is one of the best games we've called this season. A thriller, and it comes down to the wire here in overtime.
I could watch these two teams play another 6 times this year, just back and forth, trading blows, offenses coming up with explosive plays, big hits all over the field. David, this is what college football is all about.
No doubt. I love your excitement, but where's the defensive mentions? Some good defense out there, too, there, homeboy. I know it's not just offenses that get you excited. Some defensive plays, too. Nip and tuck the whole game, decided in overtime, crushing calls.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.